Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here, ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are taking a look at NECA Toys' newly released Universal Monsters Ultimate Bride of Frankenstein figure in black and white. She comes packaged in a window box with an opening flap with some retro-inspired artwork, which you see here. I also want to thank site sponsor Entertainment Earth for sending along for review. Greatly appreciated. 10% off any in-stock item and free USA shipping on orders $79 plus just by clicking off our links in the YouTube description or the hyperlinks off of ToyHypeUSA.com before you shop. We would greatly appreciate that. Thank you in advance. So going back to this, here's a look at that beautifully done artwork here. On both sides are images of the figure. And here is another one showcasing some of the head sculpts. On the back, you have a look at her in various poses with various interchangeable parts. Here's a look at the top of the box. And of course, the bottom of the box has all the names of the people at NECA responsible for bringing this figure together. Here's a look at the window box and the opening flap. An image of the figure is on the left there, while she is packaged inside a plastic tray on the right. Here's a look at the plastic tray, showcasing the figure, the interchangeable heads right there on top, the interchangeable hands, and various other accessories we're going to be taking a closer look at. Here is your in-hand look at the Bride of Frankenstein figure. She is a repaint from the in-color version. This one is in black and white, which you see here. She is inspired from the classic 1935 film and features the likeness of the late actress Elsa Lanchester as she portrayed in the Bride of Frankenstein. The film also starred Boris Karloff reprising his role as Frankenstein, and it was also a sequel to the first Frankenstein film in 1931. She comes in a fabric gown, which is the same as the in-color version, which lays over the bandaged body. So she comes with a fully textured and sculpted bandaged body underneath this gown. On the back of this gown, she has the stitches that you previously saw from the in-color version. And here is a closer look at that. As you can see, the head sculpt is phenomenal. I think they nailed it as far as the likeness. The hair is sculpted and textured to make it look realistic. And she has the white there on the sides, just as you will recall from the film. Here's a look at the back of the head. Here are some poses. Here is another pose. Here's a look at her open mouth interchangeable head, and I swapped out the hands. This head sculpt is noticeably different with the open mouth with the tongue sticking out, as well as slightly different facial details, which is compared to this one, such as the position of the eyes, things like that. Here we have a few poses. Here we have another one. Here I took off the gown and popped on this head sculpt and put on the mask, so here's your look at that. The bandages are individually sculpted, and there's also a little bit of texture on there with very nicely done paint washes and applications applied as well. On the mask and parts of the chest, there are stitches, which are painted in a metallic silver. Here's your look at the back. Here's a closer look at the mask and the metallic stitches, as I mentioned. The mask is easy to pop off, and you see her eyes, as you can see there. Here's a look at her on the table. Here's a bird's eye view of her on the table with the mask on. Here's one with the mask off. Here's a look at those bandages I mentioned earlier on in the video. They fit on right over the wrists as shown, and they also stay on pretty well. These are made of a soft plastic, as you can see here. Here is another pose. Here's an in-hand look and a comparison with the in-color version. As you can see, this is repainted, including the bandages, which you can see on the arms there. The bandages are now a light gray. The head sculpt is the same. Well, as she comes with interchangeable head sculpts, those would be the same as well. And here's a look at these particular head sculpts. You'll see the color variations between the in-color version and the gray version there. Here's an even closer look at these two particular head sculpts. Here's another comparison with the Universal Monsters times Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover April O'Neil figure, as well as an in-hand look at this Bride of Frankenstein figure in black and white. I just noticed that the head sculpt on April O'Neil's actually shrunk a little bit compared to the standard Universal Monster figure. And here is an in-hand look at both of them. Here's another look, and here's the size difference in the head, as I just mentioned. Overall, the Bride of Frankenstein figure is beautifully done with a great likeness and attention to detail that fans will surely love. You can grab her now at site sponsor Entertainment Earth for 10% off any in-stock item and free shipping on US orders $79 plus. Thank you again to Entertainment Earth for sending along for review. It's greatly appreciated. I am Anthony Scott at ToyHapUSA.com. Thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more coverage on reviews.